Hello, good evening. It is Monday, October 1st. Happy Light Language Monday. And this is version 15. I can't believe it. I've been doing this for 15 weeks. That's amazing. I am, first of all, want to say thank you to get up on the bed and hush it. Come here. Sorry, my puppy. Come here, say hello to everybody. Come on. Okay, this is Maddie. Mad-Eye. You can tell we call him Mad-Eye because he's wall-eyed. And we need a Harry Potter character for an animal, so it's just perfect. All right, so I guess he can't get up on the bed, so he's mad. Just relax. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, 15 weeks. I can't believe it. That's so incredible. I want to say thank you to everybody who likes and subscribes these videos. And I want to say super duper thank you to the people who comment and leave me comments. It makes me feel really good. Oh, shoot. Got a scooting bulldog. I'm pausing this for just a second. Hello, everybody, again. Yes, the bulldog is gone, or he's still here, but he stopped scooting around and causing a great deal of trouble. First off, I want to say thank you to those 6 loyal viewers, and I'm exaggerating because I think I have more than that. I do get a bunch of likes, so thank you so very much. I love this. I love this. I love speaking to you. I love sharing with you. I love that I can do this for your benefit. And you know, every channeler has kind of their niche. And I really think my niche is helping you deal with every day-to-day things. And showing you how you can overcome just about everything. Before I get into the little topic I want to talk to today about, before I get into the light language, please subscribe and hit the bell because I love getting comments. Thank you to all those beautiful people out there who comment on my videos and make me feel so well. And I honestly encourage you, please leave me a topic. You guys don't really know a lot about me, but I'm kind of a Jane of all trades. Over the course of my lifetime, I've done just about almost every job except like farm work. I've never done farm work before. But I mean, I've had to remake myself 1,000 times, and this is like my last new venture, I think, as channeler and healer. Speaking of healing, I did a beautiful session with Kelsey Fahrenbush and learned some more beautiful things about my path, my gifts, my abilities, and learned some beautiful techniques and some actually resources that I can draw on when I do a healing session. My healing started out as Reiki, but once I started to channel the light language, actually the higher selves and kind of take over me. And I do heal. I start out with the Reiki symbols, but I kind of end up channeling and giving thoughts and doing the light language. And several people have told me what a profound experience it is, and that they feel so different. Their energy changes, their vibration changes. And so if you feel like you would like a healing from me, it would be my joy and privilege. Just go to my website, theartofhealing.org. artofhealing.org. I've learned how to do iMovie. Isn't it so cool? Yeah. And I would be honored to help you through various crises. I have a master's degree. I am an educator. I have been a spiritual leader and counselor, teacher in the Catholic tradition for most of my life, for 30 plus years. Those of you who don't know, I was a cantor in the Catholic Church. I actually was principal cantor at St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York City. So I love my Jesus, and my Jesus, he loved me. So I have always been a faithful and love-centered person. And this growth in my spirituality is absolutely like putting on a warm, beautiful coat. Like it just wraps me, it envelops me, and it becomes me. And I feel very, very, very honored and blessed to have come to this point in my spiritual development. So that's something for you guys to consider. And listen, if you know somebody who's going through a spiritual crisis or a health crisis, you can certainly refer them to me. I don't, I don't discriminate. I want to heal whoever needs healing, whoever truly wants healing. So that's that. So let me segue into just a little bit of the next section that I want to start doing. I have had a very tumultuous road with depression and anxiety. It started in my early 20s and escalated to just about 4 years ago, maybe a little bit under 4 years ago. And I will be revealing my journey so that I can show you how this spirituality of forgiveness and spirituality of understanding your vibrational energy can literally cure and save you from the depths of despair. So my battle with anxiety started when the first time that I really remember being, like, you get that feeling, those of you who know about anxiety, it's like your brain disconnects from your body and is like floating out here somewhere. It's just this weird sensation of like, I can't handle this, and I don't know what's going on, but the body and the mind and the heart are in different locations. And you're in such a desperation. That was the first time, was in my early 20s. And actually, now this is the mom that lives with me now, okay, was picking me apart. We were driving to a party, and I did something she didn't want me to do. I don't remember what it was. It could have been my hair. It could have been my clothing. Doesn't matter. But she was picking me apart so much that I was like so upset. I was like, if you don't stop doing this, I'm driving into a tree. And I was ready to do it. So I think I scared her enough to stop. But it was my first foray into that feeling of disconnection, where your mind is saying, this does not jive. It doesn't jive. I can't process what's going on with me right now. And those of you who are familiar with anxiety and familiar with depression, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Where all you can do is just go in a corner and cry. And, you know, it's horrible. So that was my first foray. A little background about my mother, my father, who has crossed over. We are from an extraordinarily imposing cultural background. I come from a culture, national and religious and societal culture, where you did what people thought you should do, regardless of what you really wanted to do. And it was a backbiting culture, an intrusive culture, an oppressive culture, and if it wasn't located in one of the most beautiful islands on the planet, I don't think I would ever partake in it again, because it was kind of difficult this last time I went. The energy was a little crazy. So you didn't communicate. Well, you did, and you got very angry. And that was it. My parents fought mercilessly for my entire life. Never should have stayed married, but, you know, it was a sacrament. So as Tina Louise Spaulding told me the first time I had a session with her, what do we sacrifice at the altar of marriage? You sacrifice everything, and you end up basically dead by the time you're over. So anyway, my childhood was a good childhood in certain terms of, like, you know, we did wonderful things, we had what we needed, but there was always this energetic dysfunction, and I grew up knowing only that. You know, if you get into a fight, my parents would get into a fight, there was never the knowledge of resolving, discussing, coming to a conclusion. Never, never, never. It went like this. Why don't you do this? Blah, 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 blah. Da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Wah-wah-wah. Boom. Go one corner, go to another corner. And then in the morning, crying and weeping, silence from the dad, crying and weeping from the mama, crying and weeping from me. And then in the morning, Mom made him coffee and took it to him in bed because that's her job. So that is what I grew up. Hey, you know, yeah, you fight, but then it's all over. You wake up, you move on. Nothing's resolved. But on the surface, keep on going. And of course, I didn't know what that felt like to be on the other end. I was just a kid. So I didn't know any better. And I often give this analogy that children only know what they know. You know, if in this young boy's family, every night before they have dinner, they stand behind their dinner table chairs and run around the table 3 times and then sit down and enjoy their meal. That is his norm. That is what he has always known. Okay? So here's young little Johnny going to eat at his friend's house for the first time, and so he's standing behind his chair. And everybody else is sitting at the table going, Johnny, why aren't you sitting down? He goes, but we haven't run around the table yet. What are you talking about? Run around the table? We don't run around the table. You're weird. You run around the table? That's weird. He's strange. He's not coming over again. All right, so this poor Johnny, who all he's known his whole life is to run around the table 3 times before he sits down to eat, is met with the world that doesn't know his past, that doesn't know that he's a perfectly happy child, just with something different. Okay, so remember that about children, okay? Yes, they do come in with certain karmic baggage, but that's actually stopping now. But even in this current incarnation, kids only know what they know. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to bring through whomever my guides and teachers deem appropriate. And if we want to discuss mental illness, I think that would be a nice topic because it's going to be my focus over the next few Light Language Mondays. So let us begin. Thank you for your attention. Many blessings and love to you all. Madema no sama wadi ke ma wadi o de ko ma ro je no si no wadi ko ma wadi so wadi ma bi ko de ma we yo ke me si ma wani ma wadi ke we ko yo ma we de ko ma wadi we si a wa ma le te ko ai we wa su ma wadi ke we yo ma wa ma te ko ma we yo to je chena ma ke de ma we na ma wadi ko no mo yo we ya wa sa ma no wa ma we to ko so mo to ko ma wadi ya so ma to o papa yu se ma ba ke ta wa ne ma wa ya pane mane mawateke mawana o se kena mawea atike mawana mawaha si tia se kama wene a to kana mana botama no boteso o tikeso o me se wa he mana ma o tikeso ma boteke a to sa mi tiko se ma bote a to maswa ta wene wotike na mawede me Masina mawe ma wadi ko ma we yo to ko ma wadi ma we yo to ko ma yo to so ma se mama ko no ma ko chika na ma we yo to ko to just ko to ma to so de ko to ko ma de ko to 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 ma se ma de ma de ko ko ma de ko chika na ma de ko ma ma o ya to ko to ni we de ko chika na ma de ko to ma de ko ma de ko wa to ko so ma de ko chika na ko to ma de ko to na ba de we to ko chika ma de ko chika ma de ko to so wa ta ma so wa de chika ma de ko chika na la wo to ko me so kan we de ko chika ma de ko chika na me ko to ma da sa ba da de chika ma de ko to ma ba So Anne-Marie, you've decided to reveal to people your journey in your life, your 3-dimensional life of anxiety and depression. And really the point of the matter is that anxiety and depression can only be found in the 3rd dimension. It is a construct of the 3rd dimension. When you allow yourself to be conformed and your nature not be free, you will inevitably create a sense of dysfunction in your brain that your mental status cannot be sustained without fragility. This is why Anne-Marie has left that world behind, because she has elevated herself into the 4th dimension. And it's really important that all the viewers of this ministry take it very, very seriously when they judge, when you judge, and even for yourself. This being has done an amazing amount of work on herself to raise her vibrational frequency. But if when she decides to reveal this story to you, if you don't think that you can't do it too, then there's nothing more that we can say to you. Because, ladies and gentlemen, every being on this planet has the capability to raise themselves out of the muck and the mire of the 3-dimensional universe that causes this scourge onto the human soul that is mental illness, depression, and anxiety. When your reality does not mesh with your soul, when your spirit is crushed time and time and time again, there becomes a devastating chasm within you that can only be healed by you working on your interpretation of the world around you. When you are so into the mire of the three-dimensional world, of the constructs that your society, your religions, your families, the hateful media puts upon you, that causes you to simply break and see yourself as not worthy of anything good, that death is a relief. That is when you must seek your changes. Seek your path to come to love. Balance your energies and raise your vibrations. The chakra system is something you must educate yourself on. It is something that is known in Eastern medical tradition, Eastern traditions. But here in the north of the United States, in Europe, this knowledge of energetic circles as centers are not known as well. Educate yourself on the chakra system. It is imperative that you understand where blockages are, so that you can function and flow and your energy can be clear. You can change your whole dynamic of your body. Heal yourself of aches, of pains, of cancers, of illnesses. But ladies and gentlemen, please, 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 heal your mind and your soul by focusing on love. Do not be judgmental. Do not be judgmental of that child that has never known anything different. Do not be judgmental of the parents who know no better to teach their children better. Do not be judgmental of somebody who's offensive to you. Do not judge and jury yourself. Understand that you are on a path of raising your vibrational frequency. It's not going to happen overnight. It will take serious work. Serious work. And for some people, it's going to take longer. And for some people, it's going to be easy. For some people, it's going to be hard. My dear souls that tune in to this being's ministries during the week and on this Light Language Monday, we want you to please continue to focus your mind, your thoughts, your words, your actions purely on love. But understand that first and foremost, you must love yourself and honor yourself first. When you come from a tradition, a religious tradition, that you are told time and time again that you are not worthy. This being went to Mass with her mother, and she was, up until about 4 years ago, what they call an apologist for the Catholic Church. She knew the doctrine, she knew the traditions, she knew the sacraments, and she knew how to defend the methods of the Catholic Church. But then there came a point where everything was shattered. All the, shall we say, veneers broke apart. And ultimately her truth was revealed. So on that note, yes, she was at Mass with her mother. And during prayers that her higher self does not agree with now, she channels light language throughout the entire liturgy. And there was a particular prayer that she always loved. Lord, I am not worthy that you should enter under my roof, but only say the word and my soul shall be healed. Well, now this phrase offends her. How dare you say that I'm not worthy of Jesus? I am worthy of Jesus. I am so worthy of Jesus. Why? Because God resides within me and I deserve to be honored. Never again should you feel like you are not worthy of anything. You are worthy of the banquet. You are worthy of the banquet that God has set for you. And no, you are not in tattered rags. Shed those tattered rags. Some parts of the Bible story are correct. They are correct. What offends this being so much is the sense that you are always, at the end of the day, unworthy and a sinner. Stop that thinking. You are 100% worthy. Sin does not exist. Sin was created to manipulate and control the population. Sin does not exist. What does exist is your closeness or your separation to God. And the actions that you take, okay, they could be considered sinful. But when you come for your life review, you will not have a check sheet of your sins. Not at all. You will have full knowledge of what your actions or your words, your deeds, how they have affected everyone in your realm of knowledge. So, free yourself from the concept of sin. Take responsibility for your actions and change your mind. Love yourself. Love yourself first. Teach children to be honorable. Teach children to be free. Teach children to discuss. Teach children to communicate. Love and love and love. Many blessings to you tonight. I'm here again. I am the one you know as Jesus. This being, yes, had a conversation with me while she was at church. She said to me, how can you stand seeing that body on the cross like that? How can you stand that? And the truth of the matter is that I hate it. That is not what I want you to remember me by. That is a torture and manipulation tool. I did not die to be remembered as dead. I died to be remembered as alive. I am alive. I am alive. The body was nothing. If you wish to remember the cross because it proved that I live. And you live in me. And I live in you. Anne-Marie's getting a little overwhelmed. the fact that I come through this beloved being is difficult for her, because for many years she cried at the feet of my bloodied and battered body. And now the knowledge that I dare come through her, she is still accommodating it. She has loved me her entire life. So I promise you that when she speaks in my name, it is truth. Again, I am here. I will come again. And I am reclaiming my history. I am reclaiming my role in this new earth. I am coming again. This new earth will be a domain of Christ consciousness. The reason I came so many years ago was to prepare you for this. I am no stranger to you, but my teachings have been distorted, and they are misleading you. I have channeled a book through another being, my autobiography. Please seek it through another channeler, Tina Louise Spalding. An aspect of myself channels through many people in her collective conscious group of beings here on this earth. There's a reason for that. These beings have come together to spread my new story, my real story, not the story that has been perpetuated and manipulated by people for centuries, that has been used to my disgust and my revolt by beings who only serve themselves. And they do not truly serve me. Now, mind you, not all beings who serve in religions are bad. They are genuine, good, loving children, loving beings that I adore and that I have loved just as they have loved me. This is the true shame. This is the true shame. The manipulation of beautiful and good people. But this will all be coming to an end. Many blessings to you. I am that one you know as Jesus. And I am coming again.